It's your favorite truck driver in the whole wide world, Bitcoin Ben. Ex-truck driver in the whole wide world, it's Bitcoin Ben. Here for the Monday episode of the Bitcoin Ben Show. My friends, life is good. Life is not just good. Life is wonderful because life's changing. Just like climate naturally changes, so does life. We live in an ever expanding universe of perception. The world is changing, my friends, and it's changing in a good direction. See, we're all starting to recognize the old system for what it is. A lot of us have known it. A lot of us have been warning people of the old system. Why the old system is crashing is because the old system was meant to crash. It was created to crash because everything centralized crashes. Everything controlled crashes once it gets too large. Because something too large cannot exist in our universe. Large and centralized is not as strong as localized and decentralized. Hence why the founding fathers of America decentralized the power and gave the most authority to the individuals. You have individual freedoms and rights that you are born with. See, what a lot of people don't realize is that the illusion of authority is just that. It's an illusion. They assume authority. And if you play along, then you're participating in the illusion of authority. It's exactly like, and I'm not trying to pick on them, but it's an example of a shared illusion. The transgendered community wants you to assume their illusion, right? They are creating a persona. They are creating an illusion. And they want you to look at their illusion and agree with it. It's not enough to not care. It's not enough for them, for you just to go, yeah, I don't care. Because as their signs say, your silence is violence. Huh? So if I don't agree with you, but I don't attack you, I'm attacking you. Yeah. That's bullshit. Our government, our money, the authority of government is lit. Let's really break this down. All right. So a group of humans up in Washington, D.C. write a law on a piece of paper and they apply it, or they put it on a website, and all of a sudden this opinion, this law, we're supposed to adhere to. Okay. Raise your hand if you know all of the laws that you're supposed to follow. Right. So you don't know all of the laws. You don't know all the legislation. But yet, if you come into their purview and they don't like what you're doing, is the law there to protect you? Or is it there to be used as a tool, as a weapon against you? I'm going to go with the weapon side on this one. Because, and see, what the government does, if you notice, the government always wants you to reach out to them for approval or the go-ahead. Like the SEC, right? Most of the charges for the SEC is that you didn't register with us. And here's an example, Coinbase, right? So Coinbase has now filed suit against the SEC because the SEC filed charges against Coinbase for not registering as a such and such. So Coinbase replied and goes, okay, what are we supposed to register for? The SEC won't tell them. And now Coinbase has a judge that is telling the SEC, wait, you have to tell them how to register so they can register. Or you have to tell them what they have to register for so they can register. But if you're not going to tell them what they have to register for, you can't charge them for not registering. You see what I'm saying? See, they leave the laws and regulations. By the way, FYI on regulations, the Supreme Court is going to hear arguments and put out a ruling next session on agencies, on if agencies can make laws. They're going to lose that one. It is strictly in the Constitution who makes the laws. See, right now, because of the progressive movement, there's a ruling that everyone uses for agency self-legislation creation. So an agency can create its own regulations, and those regulations shall be treated as law. Well, that, my friends, is unconstitutional. And the progressive Supreme Courts of the past have either not ruled on it or they didn't accept the cases that would address it. So it's been left to the lower court's last ruling that you choose, right? You choose an agency. The American Agency on Energy, or the Energy Agency, or the Environmental Agency, the EPA. All of those have been able to set their own regulations, laws. Well, when the Supreme Court rules that that's unconstitutional, all of those regulations go away, including the SEC, including the EPA. All of those go away. See, Trump was right when he said that this is not about another 4 years, right? And this is not Trump, right? This is not me saying, yay, Trump. No. This would have happened without Trump. This is the natural swing back of nature. This is the natural pendulum swinging the other way. It's been swinging to the left for a long time. Now it's swinging back to the right because the individuals in the managed society are now being prosecuted by the system. This is what led to 1776, my friends. But in 1776, we didn't have a federal structure like we have now. See, the founding fathers of America created the system so the system would move slow. See, the progressives need a system that moves fast so that you don't know that you're actually being robbed of your freedom. It's just quick. Oh, sorry. Yeah, already done. Too late. Sorry. We'd like to change it, but we already voted on it. The founding fathers, they shaped it and they laid it out in the Constitution so that the system would be decentralized, so that the system would argue. See, this is how you know that the old Republicans, the progressive Republicans, the rhinos, and the Democrats are the same party, because they want to cross the aisle. Let's get things done. What's the government's plan? See, the Democrats always say, well, the Republicans don't have a plan. But the constitutional Republicans say the reason we don't have a plan is because we don't have the authority to have a plan. That's like a group of people planning to break into your house. And one of them says, okay, guys, what's our plan? And then they call you and go, hey, Ben, hey, heads up. We're coming up with a plan to break into your house and steal your wallet, or at least some of the money out of there. What's your plan to help us achieve that goal? No plan? Well, no. Of course there has to be a plan, because we have to go in there and steal your money. No. Well, Ben, you are being... Ben, we just want common sense plans on how to get into your house and take some money out of your wallet. Let's reach across the aisle, Ben. Let's come up with an agreement on how we can get some of your money out of your wallet. I mean, just some common sense legislation here, Ben. Don't just be the person of no, Ben. because we gotta have movement on this. We have to progress that way. We have to move that way. See, in some situations, no is the right answer. See, if you're a guy and you want to have sex with a certain woman, and you try and sweet talk her and all that stuff, and she says no, you can't just go, look, we know this has to happen. Why don't you reach across the aisle and let's get this done? No. Oh, well, see, now you're just being unreasonable. Well, no, this is my body, and I'm saying no. Well, Ben, or Joanne, or Susie, come on, be reasonable. It's only your vagina area. I mean, we're only asking for, a portion here. Come on, be reasonable. That's how the progressive movement thinks. That their goals are so legitimate that you can't just say no. I mean, you can have another approach to reach their goals. Like if the woman was like, not right now, but if I get drunk enough, I might say yes. Now, see, there we go. Work with us. Give us a direction. See, the little truth is that the progressives, they don't care if they have to roofie you. They don't care that their motto is what is that motto? The goal justifies the means. See, this system is made to take away freedoms, right? And give money. That's it. See, and now it's reached the point where there's more of a receiving from government economy than there is a producing for the country. The federal government says that the federal government's portion of GDP, see, the government doesn't produce anything. The government is now setting the direction of the country, not allowing the people in the natural market of the people to set the direction of the country. See, the founding fathers relied on what was called common law. Common law is the practice of natural evolution of knowledge. If something works, if some naturally created system works, then it is considered common law. Now, that does not mean that others have to abide by that law. What that means is that the entities using that system now have a precedent of common law to address that system as being able to create contracts. See, that's why common law marriage is it's after 7 years of an arrangement, all right, a non-challenged arrangement, that becomes common law. Every real estate agent out there knows this. If you have a piece of land, but one of your neighbors has actually been driving on a piece of your land for over 7 years without you ever complaining about that infringement, then that piece of land becomes a common law easement. Oh, we got about 3 minutes, all right? My friends, the system is dying because the pendulum is starting to swing back. See, Trump's election was, it was going to be somebody. It was going to be somebody. Now look at how many somebodies are getting into the political spectrum. We have Kennedy now over on the Democrat side. Now, he's a Democrat, but I agree with a lot of what he's saying. Why? Because he's not a progressive. The pendulum swings from totalitarianism to anarchy. And anarchy is not chaos. It just means anarchy means no ruler. Right, so no ruler and totalitarianism. That's the pendulum. Right? Now, I'm going to jump off here. We're going over to Patreon to continue the conversation live from the Sarasota Bitcoin Ben Crypto Club. Join the club, link under here, learn cryptos. And you can learn online now. Click the link under here and use my link and join the club. Because now, Mr. Carlin, George Carlin, we do have our own club. And you can join it. Click the link under here. Love you guys. See you on Patreon, and you can join Patreon under here too. Love you guys. See you over on Patreon to continue the conversation in about 10 minutes. Love you guys. Bye-bye.